Hello, once again. This is Warren.
And Landon.
Here once again from the Peach State Prime Transformers channel. And today, Landon wanted to show off his Cyberworld Grimlock figure. And so what do you like about this figure?
I just like everything about it.
You like everything about it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to take a look at it in a little bit more detail. We're going to look at everything. So, what there is to like about it. Yeah. So, stay tuned. Alright, so you have several different modes that Cyberworld Grimlock can go into. He is a little bit unique looking compared to other versions of Grimlock. However, I will say this one is very big, what you get for the money here. So let's compare him for size to G1 Grimlock. You can see Cyberworld Grimlock really towers over G1 Grimlock. And then if you are fortunate enough to pick up the vinyl statue that was, I don't know, GameStop had it and a few other retailers. It's a little shorter than that, but a lot longer. As you can see here, I got to pick up my camera because it's so big. So it is a fun toy. I mean, is it something as detailed as Masterpiece Grimlock here? Not quite, but that's why Masterpiece Grimlock is called a masterpiece. So, but you can see they stand almost as tall as each other. So, but I'm a huge Grimlock fan. Of course, Masterpiece Grimlock is my favorite Masterpiece figure. I see no need to get any other Masterpieces after him. But anyways, that's not the figure we're talking about. We are talking about Cyberworld Grimlock, and he does have a lot of bells and whistles. So you do have this chomping action where, he could chomp down on a Decepticon. In this case, we'll have him chomp down on a blast effect. Well, it helps if you don't miss. And, or, heck, you could put that in there and look like he's breathing fire. So, that's pretty cool. Also in this mode, his tail, instead of being just a standard tail like most other Grimlock releases, it's, like, let's get that in frame, like that. It's a machine gun. So, that's really cool. And then, also in this mode, I believe he can interact with some of the other Cyberworld toys. Landon, do you want to show us how that works?
Sure. So, I brought Optimus down here, and I'm going to show you one way you can display him with Optimus. So, first, you got to put this part up, then make Optimus sit down, and then he is riding, Grimlock.
That's cool. So, of course, like the scene made famous from Transformers Age of Extinction. Let me ask you, can you make other figures ride Grimlock?
You can make all of them ride, except for, like, the ones that are the size of, Grimlock and Scorponok.
Okay, yeah, that would be kind of silly, huh?
Yeah.
Tell you what, why don't you see if the original Studio Series wheelie can ride Grimlock, because that would actually be kind of like the Studio Series Grimlock figure where he comes with a non-transformable wheelie. So let's see if we can make that work in another sense. Okay, yeah, that works.
That works.
Here, let me lift the camera so we can see that better. All right, and then just for fun, how about we try getting Spike here to ride Grimlock?
Not really.
Not quite as easy as
Wheelie and Optimus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to show us how to transform Grimlock?
Sure. So, you just make the feet like this, and then And voila. He has a head.
Okay, very good. And, of course, in the Cyberworld show, which, as we said with the Chop Shop video, you have no reason not to go watch Cyberworld. It's a fun show. It's a bunch of shorts.
It's free.
And it's free on YouTube. And, you know, the other thing not to be missed in Cyberworld is that Grimlock has kind of a Russian accent. And you actually get to see him without a faceplate a number of times. So it's kind of interesting. So in this mode, you know, Grimlock does retain the machine gun that he had as his tail, which, you know, makes him a force to be reckoned with. And then, of course, he does have the T-Rex arm.
Yeah.
Now, who this reminds me of is another certain T-Rex from Transformers lore. And that is, yes, Beast Wars Megatron, represented here in his War for Cybertron Kingdom iteration as far as the toy, but yes.
Mode, they're like the same thing.
Yeah, they are very similar in design. I mean, not in mold, but in design. I mean, you have, you know, the T-Rex head as the right hand, and then you have their tails, you know, whether it's a claw or just a, you know, a claw like Beast Wars Megatron has, or a machine gun like Grimlock has.
Or a hand with a machine gun on it.
Yeah, and you can see Grimlock's actual hand kind of molded in underneath the machine gun. So, you know, that way, at least you have the impression he's not stuck with object hands. But yeah, and these two actually scale well. I mean, totally different toy lines, but they're scalable. Mm-hmm. Let's see, and Landon, did you say that you had a... there was another action feature in this mode?
Yes, I did. So, we're gonna take apart his dinosaur part for a second. And we put Optimus back in his sitting pose. And then his dinosaur part has these two little holes in it. So you put it on these pegs, and then Optimus is in this Grimlock mech, like this picture right here.
So here, bring him
Like
toward the
from the
middle
show.
just a little bit. So, yeah, you okay there?
Yeah.
Don't let Grimlock knock you over. But yes, this does appear in the show, and it's when, you know, a little bit of a spoiler, but not really.
They're trying to defeat Scorponok.
Exactly, when they're battling Scorponok. You know, it's one of their weapons of choice, since Scorponok is such a gigantic threat. And then, let's see, and just like in the other mode, are we able to have other figures ride in that mech?
Thanks for asking that question. I don't know.
Okay, well, why don't we try Wheelie again? You know, because he's Wheelie small.
Easy.
Okay, and I like that.
That was really easy.
And he still has the slingshot in his hand, so you know he can run along in this Grimlock mech and shoot his slingshot at people. Ironically, he shot it at Grimlock in Transformers the movie and hit him in the nose. Tell you what about Spike in this one? Do you think Spike will actually fit in here?
Most likely.
It's looking like it. Alright, so yeah, so you can have, you know, Spike, you know, running after to save, you know, Daniel from danger when they're on a mission. So that's pretty cool there. So I like the interchangeability and the playability with this toy. Plus, it doesn't look bad on a shelf either.
No.
Do you want to put him back in robot mode so we could look and see how he compares to another Grimlock?
Yeah.
So you can see by comparing it to Landon there just how big and chunky this figure is. But, you know, of course we got to compare it to the original Grimlock in robot mode. And yes, it is bigger, but, I mean, you do see, and the hands are different, but you do see the design influences. I mean, you look at this figure and, yes, that is a Grimlock. You know, there's no question there.
And they both have the red eyes.
Yep, they both have the red eyes and the same faceplate, basically the same head. You know, both are Autobots. Both, again, if you watch the Cyberverse show and you've seen G1,
Cyberworld.
or Cyberworld, excuse me. We've had so many things called Cyberverse over the years. Cyberworld is so new. But anyways, if you watch the Cyberworld show, you know, Grimlock is notoriously hard to work with, as he was in G1, both in the comics and the TV show.
He is very hard to work with.
So, you know, Grimlock is still very much Grimlock, despite, you know, an updated look and an updated toy here. Okay, and Landon's going to show you a little bit of a tip or one other part of the figure he wants to point out.
So, if you had it, like, in this mode, one way to make sure this is on there correctly is it just make him chomp. And I only have one issue with this figure. If you like leave him in dinosaur mode too long, sometimes like the spring on his head will stay down there. So you have to like do this to get it up.
Okay, but it always comes back up?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Like if you try hard enough.
Thank you for the tips. Alright, so that's going to be our look at Cyberworld Grimlock. Again, a very fun toy and, you know, just part of that Grimlock legacy that we all, you know and love. Easy to transform, as most Grimlocks are. And, you know, fun, lot of versatility with those, you know, those features there. Landon, anything else you want to add?
No.
No?
He's only like $30.
He's only like $30. Yeah, that beats, you know, our collector's lines. Yeah. But so let me ask you, where would you rank that as far as the other Cyberworld toys, as far as your favorites?
Maybe like number 2.
Number 2. Okay, who's number 1?
The big Scorponok.
Okay, well, we'll probably have to do a video on him too.
Since that's the biggest of the line.
Right, and we definitely have others that we can compare it to.
Yeah.
You know, if you see most of our videos behind Landon there, I have, you know, that version of Scorponok and the G1. So we'll have to do a side-by-side comparison soon. But anyways, want to thank you once again for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like on YouTube here. Leave a comment. What do you think of the Cyberworld line? What do you think of Grimlock? What's your favorite Grimlock toy?
Who's your favorite Transformer?
Yeah, just even who's your favorite Transformer. And of course, subscribe to the Peach State Prime Transformers channel for more content like this, toy reviews, events we get to go to.
Like Toylanta.
Exactly, like Toylanta recently. You know, any thoughts on any news that's out there. We'll cover all that here on this channel. And of course, my other channel, my original channel, Peach State Prime, is where all sorts of other fun's there. I cover other stuff I collect. Fun events, fun attractions when we're traveling. Restaurants, like Landon said. Just anything is just meant to be fun. So, you know, go over, check that out if you have time. But anyways, I know I already said it, but thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.